Texas Hill Country, a place of crystal clear springs, limestone caverns, and sweeping views. After years of being in Ohio, I'm excited to call this place my new home. You take this now. After moving away from the guys and to the Lone Star State, I was incredibly eager to get back to nature. Taking all the necessary precautions and printing off the permit that's required to enter state parks these days, I was off, ready for my next adventure. Alright, so we're going to Lost Maples, and because we're in the middle of a pandemic, you have to make all your reservations online. But, the drive here was beautiful. Started San Antonio, worked our way through the Texas Hill Country, and oh my gosh, that's why I moved out west. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Show you guys this, it's too cool. Today we're going to check out Lost Maples State Park. It's not too close to where I live, but also not too far too. It's actually one of the few places that makes you feel kind of remote. One of my favorite things is looking for like these cool little features that just they're not really advertised on the side of the trail. So while I was hiking here, I just looked up and I saw this cliff, and then you have this overhanging fern that's growing from the top of this cave here, and it's so cool. It actually kind of reminds me of Fern Cave in Hawaii. I don't know if you guys remember that there, but this is beautiful. So one of Lost Maples' claim to fame is the maple tree here. Actually, I think they're called bucktooth maples. As I understand it, aren't all that uncommon in certain parts of the US, but they're certainly uncommon here in southern and western Texas. They're mostly found in Montana and Colorado, but I think maybe from a bygone era when much of the southwest United States used to be forested, these trees were a little bit more prolific. And as the environment changed, these trees just weren't able to survive, except in this little canyon here, which is why they're called Lost Maples. Like, they're lost, like they're not where they're supposed to be. So let's see if we can find a few. Oh, I think this is it. These are definitely maples. You see, my uneducated self would just look at that and be like, oh look, they're maples. I see maples all the time in Ohio. But these are a specific type of maples, so that's pretty cool. You see, here it is, Old Maple Grove. Canyon walls cast long shadows here much of the day. The Sabino River has left behind a deep, fertile soil. Limestone rocks provide sweet water not far underground. A sheltered, moist, fertile environment is a fine place for trees. So one of the things I love to do when I'm with the guys is ask stupid questions. But since I'm not with the guys, I have to ask myself these questions now. And the one that's on top of my mind right now is, would you rather have fingers on your toes or toes on your fingers? That's just gross. That's an easy question. I gotta think of some harder ones here. Alright, so we're coming up on the first point of interest here, and this is something called Monkey Rock. Whoa! Alright, so I've seen videos people posted of this. I thought it was pretty unexceptional in the videos, but this is actually really cool. Whoa. Again, look at these ferns. Just hanging from the top of this cave here. So this is all limestone, I think. And that's one of the characteristics of the Texas Hill Country, is that there's so much limestone everywhere. Anyway, this is awesome. Certainly out of shape, but this is beautiful. It's rugged, and I think there's going to be a beautiful view on top. I have to say though, I couldn't have picked a worse day to go hiking. I think this is actually the hottest day in Texas yet this year. I think it's supposed to be 102 before the heat index, so about 110 or so. So I'm hoping to be done before 110 creeps up on the thermometer, but it's hot. Right here, okay. So it looks like there's a short little overlook here. Let's keep going. So that oasis, that hit the spot right there. I even got a towel I dipped into the water and let it soak, and now it's around my neck. But I opted to continue hiking rather than head back to the parking lot. I figured if I'm going to keep hiking, this should lead us through the canyon itself, which would be a lot cooler temperature-wise than hiking on that tabletop I was on earlier. Man, that was so hot. That was the most perfect pond I've ever seen in my life. The amount of colors that you could see from the surface and underneath was astonishing. It was like you got yellow, you got blue, you got purple. Oh, and then you could just, it was so clear you could look into it. You could see all the bass, you could see a turtle. It almost looked like it was its own underwater city. I lost a lot of time there, but it was worth it. It was worth it. The trail's getting a little tougher to find right now, but luckily we still got these markers, so that's good. So all this time next to the creek and the ponds have got me thinking. It got me thinking about another stupid question. This stupid question is, would you rather be able to walk through solid objects or hold your breath underwater indefinitely? This is tough. Even I have to think about this one. All right. This is a natural Texas spring right here, and when I was walking around this area I almost jumped into it because the water is so clear I didn't even realize that there was water there. And the nicest thing, it's cool because it's fresh. So I'm gonna take this. That's amazing. Okay, let's go. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going back uphill now, and this is a perfect time to show you what I mean when I say the rest step. Going uphill, your natural instinct is to keep going the same pace you were when you were hiking on flat ground. And the rest step is a way to kind of catch yourself to make sure you don't keep doing that. So let me show you guys. When you're walking uphill, you put your left foot up here, or your right foot, doesn't really matter. And then you push yourself up, you lock this leg, you let this one bend a little bit, and then you swap, I guess. And so the important thing is to lock the leg first. Place, rest, place, rest, place, rest, place, rest. All right, so that's going to do a couple things. One, it's going to make sure that you slow down, you take the uphill easy. You never want to go uphill faster than you can have a conversation. And two, that's going to give your legs a break so you can keep going further and further uphill. I don't think here in the hill country that's much of a concern, but if you're out in the Sierras or you're doing any type of mountaineering, that's what you're going to want to learn so you can keep going up and up and up. And that's one of the secrets I have to make me go a little faster than Robby, Bryan, and Andrew. It's definitely going to feel awkward at first, but the more you do it, the faster you'll go. Again, you never want to go as fast as you would when you're walking at a brisk pace on level ground. It's to make sure that you can collectively calm yourself so I can have a conversation like I am with you. And even still, I'm out of practice here because I'm gassing up a little bit here. But I got all hell to practice, so let's go. All right, forget everything I said about it being hot earlier. Now it's hot. I think it's like 2 o'clock and this is when it was supposed to start peaking around heat time. So I'm ready to get back to the car and head home. So we're here, which means we have probably another 2 miles left to go. Not looking forward to that. It's times like these that these are the best and the worst. And I gotta be honest with myself. I prepped all the water I needed. I don't think I'm dehydrated. It's just a crawl right now. Thank the Jesus. Oh my God. So at this point in my hike, the heat was getting pretty extreme. My camera had turned off and my phone wasn't working properly. On top of that, I started to feel dizzy and a little bit nauseous. When I got back to the car, I kind of realized that I had low levels of heat exhaustion. I thought I had brought enough water. I hadn't taken the heat as seriously as I should have, especially in a new state like this. So I'm hoping that you guys can learn from my mistakes. I know I'm going to get some flack in the comments for what I was doing, and it's completely warranted. I hope you guys can learn from this and have a safe trip out there. Thank you for watching, and here's the conclusion. Look at that. Look at that. Now I've hiked in 100-degree weather, but that is not measuring the humidity. I need a minute to sit here because this is like nothing else I've done. I thought I could do it. I wouldn't say that I'm inexperienced. I'd say I have some experience, but I guess I don't have experience in Texas. So I got my butt kicked today. The phone is even telling me that the device is too hot, so I gotta turn this off and cool everything down. Looks like Sierra doesn't want to say hi. She's mad at me because I left her. Thank you so much for watching. I want to give a special shout out to Paul from TUSCAWILLA for this amazing fan logo redesign. If you can, check out his Instagram and YouTube channel in the description below. Please remember to subscribe and feel free to post your Texas hiking recommendations in the comments below. I'm very new to the state and any advice you have would greatly be appreciated. As always, thanks for watching, stay healthy, and stay safe.